Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute, this music isn't right, the scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time for the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, Nevermorians. I'm your host with the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tucker, coming at you over the airways on WNTF. Nevermind the Furthermore. Nevermind the Furthermore is brought to you with the love and financial support from our good friends at indiecd.org. That's the Independent Creator Directory, your one-stop shop for the best of the brightest authors, artists, musicians, and other creatives there to help you make your dreams come true. And you can join their number for as little as $40 for a lifetime membership, access to the community calendar, which I have things to add to. A whole lot is going on. We are also made possible by the sales of the Simple Sword, the Fighting Axe, and the Simple Spear, all part of my ongoing series of Western martial arts manuals designed to help you go from having never handled the sword to being able to pass that art on with others. We are also highlighting for the next few weeks, and I have to play with the banners to make this work, StompCon. StompCon is a free to the public indie tabletop gaming convention. When? September 7th, 2024, 10 a.m. till 10 p.m. Eastern, Ware Benton County Co-op Extension, 410 South Aidway, A, Fowler, Indiana, 47944. And from that little bit of promotion, and I will remind you that all the Big Stompy Robots goodness, including the core rulebook, will be available for purchase. I'll be making a whole bunch of custom terrain and things for this event. I am excited. We're going right into my accountability. And my accountability, dear friends, is I spent yesterday running all over Heckingon, putting out flyers and talking to people and doing a little bit of old-fashioned negotiations. Sorry, throat's a little dry. Now, that meant I was in the lovely, lovely town of Lafayette, Indiana, among my travels, which meant I got to see the lovely rain, and that town floods if you drop a cup of water on it, I swear. So Lafayette, I was in you, and apparently you were very wet. Now, as part of that, I've gotten into some negotiations. We had some vendors drop out. That's tragic. You know, we had some of the people who were going to demo the games, and they just couldn't make it. That's fine. The vendor side of things have been replaced in that not only are we going to have by the board games, they're out of, I want to say Hebron. I always pick the wrong town, but they're a great gaming company. But the local Game and Grub out of Fowler, Indiana, will also be there. And our family tree, which is attached to Mary's Emporium out of Watseka, Illinois, will be there selling snacks and drinks and things to the assorted gamers. At least that's what they're talking about. Now, for the vendors, while it would take $50 from every vendor who comes, and that is my normal rate, I am putting it for this event as a pay what you can, because I understand just how rough the economy is. Does that mean I am probably going to take a financial hit for the $500 we had to drop to get the convention to happen? Yeah, it does. But you see, I have this problem, friends, and it goes into my accountability and part of what I'm going to talk about today. Before our lovely guest Michael Odin will be coming in probably at the end of the hour for an extended episode, so we'll just bear with that. Anyway, if you want certain good things to happen, you have to make them happen. And when you look at a world where things aren't going right, you have a choice. You can do what, serve yourself and make it profitable and just growl. Or you can be willing to take a hit for the greater good. I have been told I am quite foolish for this tendency of mine, but I don't care at this point. If it takes me all year to save up again for this, I will. Because people need access to gaming. People need access to fun. And with the rising expense of everything, people need ways to do stuff that won't tax their pocketbooks. And vendors need opportunities to share their wares. And the only way they're going to do that is if we do things to make it easier, to make it better. Do I think I should get shanked on money when, the mega corps make all the bucks? No. But is this more important than me making money? Yes. Yes, it is. Because that's what we do sometimes. And I'd rather build a foundation of a gaming convention that the vendors and the attendees know is really built for them. I am not a charity, mind you. I am theoretically a business in this aspect. White Boot Arms and Artistry is running this whole shebang. But I also, you got to pay it forward and you got to give back sometimes. And that's what it's going to be about. So if you guys, hi, bud. If you guys were hemming and hawing about attending or vending, I might be able to squeeze a couple slots in. It's really that tight right now. I have to look at the floor plan because I have to have a lot of space for the gaming tables. But I will also be looking for people to volunteer. It looks like we will have an official Dungeons & Dragons demo event, like sanctioned and everything, from our good friends at Game and Grow, because they are literally their shop isn't even properly open yet because they had some delays in the shipping of their stuff. But they should have stuff to have at least a solid booth at our convention. And I love partnering with little guys. I've worked with the folks and vended alongside the folks at By the Board many, many times. Adrienne is just a saint. So I will happily bend over backwards to make sure that she can get what she wants, which means you'll have access to some really great board games, tabletop games, Magic cards, all that stuff, alongside of the indie stuff that you know to get from me, like Melee and Big Stompy Robots. And I'll be talking more about that as we approach. It's an exciting thing, and it's an exciting time. But that means I've been busy. I did throw, a few more words at Hanson Hellfire 2, and Dawn has picked back up, so I'm starting to get the, hey, Nick, you double wrote this or misspelled that or whatever. Because apparently between two different spell checks and the fact that I stutter when I'm writing, it gets colorful. But I'd rather have a truly ugly first draft that I have to chisel my way through, like Michelangelo trying to find, if I can't find, the statue of David in there, maybe I can find at least, some good lawn statuary or, a life-size Sasquatch or something in there. But I'll settle for a gargoyle. But I'm making it happen. And that's one thing that people need to realize. There are a lot of talented people, a lot of amazingly talented people out there. And a lot of people who are artistically better than others, or their stories are better. But I'm going to tell you something, and I'm coming for blood a little bit this Friday morning. If you don't put it out there, if you don't put in the hours, if you don't put in the work, it doesn't matter. You could be the best in the world, and if you're not doing something to get it where it can be seen, I mean, art for art's sake is a beautiful, wonderful thing. I totally support it. But if you think you are good enough, if you don't think you're good enough, but you have the courage to try, the people who try will always do better than the people who don't. And that's where we stand, folks. So I also have been doing some little art stuff, trying to get warmed back up and get back into form. After hurting my wrist, it set me back quite a bit, the fine motion. But the horrors persist, but so do I, dear friends. I do apologize for the delay of seeing Michael Odin. Like I said, it fit his schedule, and I'm trying to be helpful. Now, I think I've prattled enough, and I'm interesting because I am, especially on a Happy Friday, folks. But you guys are more interesting, so what I'm going to do is let Joe talk about his little online service that you need to be involved in. That sounds terrible. I'm watching this man reshape the world of independent creation, and I say something like his little online service. That's how you know I care, friends. But after that, we're going to hit your comments. We're going to chat just like a normal show, and when Michael Odin graces us, we will go right into his spiel, and we will make things happen that way. Till then, let's get on with it. I almost made the catch. No, I totally haven't been practicing ricocheting Nerf darts and catching them at all. No, friends. Insanity is how we roll around these parts. And don't forget, if you're watching this and you are in the stealthy world of things, please comment. Let's hear what you have to say about things. First through the door officially is Donna Carly. Hi, Donna. Hey, all. And we've got greetings from her and Don Dulos, the loving creator of her fashionable felines. Give her a moment to squeeze. Excellent. You can read about them on Facebook at Georgette and Buddy. She usually throws a link in. Now, hi, Dawn. And we'll be seeing her at StompCon. And greetings to all. Out of respect for the guest, I only have one greeting so far anyway. Well, thank you. Our guest will be rattling around, but until he arrives, we're welcome to prattle and have our usual fun, because this is about building everybody up. And, he cashed in a favor a bit, but that's okay. That's how we roll. And good morning, Trelena. How are you, my dear? We were just talking about you and just how wonderful you were and are for the sake of science involving non-contact thermal scanners. But because I did, I scientifically proved that at that point in time, it was indeed colder than a witch's tit. And we have Donna, Carly, Carlene. I have Calvin on my left arm, so I'll be quiet. Well, you have a good one. And, if Calvin's keeping you quiet, well, that's oddly impressive for anything in all actuality. And morning, Thesis. I hope you're having a good one. Morning, Trey. And Trey I was over at the Indie CD channel and couldn't figure out where everyone was. That happens. And folks, if you're watching from the Indie CD channel, thank you. Be sure to subscribe. That is the center hub of a great many great creators and myself. But I would appreciate if you could come over to the Nicholas Tockert channel and subscribe, because I am fighting the algorithms, because apparently they don't like Nerf blasters. It's a thing. And Thesis, I was too, but when I saw the chat was empty, I checked the channel and came here. That happens. And Sarah, I screeched into the chair just in time, but be right back. By the way, Odin and I both look different than we did 5 years ago. Awesome to see you on the show again, Odin. Well, when he gets here, I will try to remember that you said that. Accountability took care of some residual disability stuff yesterday and was exhausted the rest of the day. Realized it was from the amazing light show that came across the sky last night. I knew there was something astronomical going on because we were clouded over. Now, there should be a sturgeon blue supermoon the 19th. So it should appear the brightest and biggest it's going to all year. I am here for that. Folks who do so, be sure to set your water out. Anyway, yay, Sarah, I made it. Sweet. Don't forget to like and share, folks. And Dawn says, yes, Dawn, thanks for mentioning it earlier in the week. Like the show, cracking cat of nine. Dawn is a wee bit more sweet about it. LOL. Yes. You have the Zooms? Well, ricochet rabbit your way around here. We don't mind, Sarah. You are a vision of entertainment. And I'll be lurking a bit while organizing my dresser. May the force be with you. And also with you. Sorry, Race TV Catholic. Listening mode engaged. Ted forgot something at home, so I need to run it down to him. Well, that's nice of you. Fun, Foxy. I've been putting that off. Yes. So it's been getting stuff lunch levels. Time to tackle it before it tackles me. Exactly. That's what's going on. Good morning, everyone, says Joe. And good morning, Joe. And the Woke Breaker. Hey, Woke. Sappening. Accountability. I'm getting my brushes and ink sticks out for steps for a special project today. A little nervous, but I'm sure it will turn out just fine. I hope. All right. If you are using your brushes and ink sticks, that means you're doing Chinese calligraphy. If you're doing any of the Asian styles of calligraphy, one of the first things that has to be taken into account is slow down, breathe, and relax. If you are tense, you won't be able to do it. If you are thinking too much about it, your hand will have tremors. You have to breathe and just slowly commit, accept what comes from it. That is the point of it. For more things, look up the D&D 5e Way of the Kensai Monk. You may find it interesting. The beverage for today is knockoff a great meal from Wally World. Not sponsored by Walmart, but boy, I would love for them to throw me some money. And howdy from Texas. Howdy, Houston Dave. Oh, Houston, Texas Dave, that is. Everything's bigger in Texas, and we're glad to look up to you, Dave. Hope things are going well. And getting here a bit late in the chat because I was out creeping on the road construction in front of the house. Yes, we almost had a live feed from our traffic copter. We need to get Joey a little flyby view drone so that he can, be our eyes in the sky when we need such things. That would be funny. Anyway, LOL Joe. All the cool kids are chatting at Nick's channel. Thank you. Table games. Yes. Yes. Big Stompy Robots will definitely be in play. D&D is going to be in play. Magic's going to be in play. A couple of there may be Melee. Melee hasn't been in play in a long, long, long time, but I'd love to see that put out. I have some other plans I'd love to have pulled off by then, but I don't know if I'll have time. So we shall see. There will definitely be surprises, though. But good morning, Dave and Woke. I'm pretty sure I've asked 5 freaking years ago, Odin, but what's your creating brand? What resemblance of the 9 realms? I can't remember, but I can't imagine a different name. And hi, everyone I missed. Hey, Green. Hey. And Green Room, I'm at a stop sign. Yep, accountability. View Wednesday show for current accountability. Nick, please tell me you're also uploading your games to DriveThruRPG. No! In fact, I am not, and I will tell you why I didn't. I uploaded the quick play version of Big Stompy Robots to DriveThruRPG. And what they did is they gave away 2,000 free copies without my consent. There were some that were paid, but I did not get any of the money. There was some reason it was not accessible. And at this point, I find that very frustrating. So I'm not currently with them. That is my fallback if I have any issues with Amazon, however. Go for it. In-person gaming is fun. Absolutely. In-person gaming is fun unless you tend to curse dice like I do. You play it. Where's it at? Well, StompCon is in lovely Fowler, Indiana. So it will be at Benton County Co-op Extension, 510 South Aidway, Fowler, Indiana, 47944. There is a Facebook event. I basically invited everyone on my Facebook to it. We can get the links there. We'll try to get the links up for you. Oh, the new game shop I'm talking about is in Fowler. It is on 5th Street, just a little bit down from the Fowler Theater. I'm DriveThruRPG. I'm quite familiar with it. Another way of getting, yes. And my systems do have issue. However, it also caused issue with my Amazon, so it kind of became a there or nowhere. And right now, having all my stuff on Amazon works, but we may see. Good morning, everyone, and happy Friday to all. Games must go on. Absolutely. Hey there. Hey, Tax. Click on the thumbs up. Yes, please like this. Agree to all newcomers. And I have to save the 9 rounds question for later. And it's a good one. Rolls dice. 11. Not bad if you're rolling 2d6, but still not terrible. It gets you through a medium challenge. Rolls a d20. How did I roll a negative 17? You grabbed your negative d20 again. Dang it, Joe. Makes me want my d100 again. It was bogarted. You might be able to get one from the folks at StompCon. And I need to take that thing down so you can see me. Hi, I'm still here. Now, that's so me. And also rolls a d20. Was it a 12? Okay. Nerf Force in the chat. Unless it's a situation where rolling low is beneficial. That's when I roll high. 11 likes. Great job, people. Thank you, Chris. And indeed, Chris, I wonder, Tex, if a Nerf gun could be converted into a paintball gun very easily. It depends on the blaster and its type and how sturdy your paintballs are. If you are running this, is a Nerf Pathfinder. It is a rival blaster. I don't know. My cats steal all my rival balls, but I had to get one. They look like this. They are a little smaller than standard paintballs, but some Nerf blasters could be converted to paintball guns. Ironically, some paintball guns have been converted over to Nerf blasters. This one isn't. That's oh, it jammed. That's not kosher. Why did it jam, I wonder? Oh, because it doesn't like this kind of ball. This is a soft. There we go. But yes, those would be easier than, say, something like a. Okay, I'll grab this old school one. A little dart blaster, because if you'd need the 50. Actually, no, because they do have 50 caliber paintballs. So a 50 cal paintball will actually fit in here, but most of these standard don't have the kind of pressure you would need. I say most because there are some. The Pro Nerf is something that's getting much cheaper to get into. It's actually something I'm going to be covering because I need to talk about this fellow. And this fellow is the Nerf brand MagFed. Very similar to Angled Talon. It will accept Angled Talon, but single prime and fire. I dry fired it. I don't care. Nerf blaster. This is the Tockert. It's in a weird place, and I'm going to do a whole video on it later. It fires half darts, little white half darts, which are more effective than the full darts usually. And we can talk about that too. Sorry. Now, let's see. Good morning. Sarah, check your messenger when you get a chance. Subscribe. Thank you, Houston. Texas Dave. Rolls dice 8. Okay. Well, that gets you over an easy thing, so I'll let you hop the ditch and not fall in and get devoured by the giant trout that are in there. Oh, dang, I've only logged into Facebook once. I reactivated my account. I'll have to remember to look it up. Please do. I think you'll enjoy this too, Dave. Nick does a great show Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings. Yes, I do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Wednesday's my extended art program. Fridays, on occasion, if I have a guest, I'm more likely to have them on Fridays because it's usually easier for the guests. And it just works for everybody involved. Very nice that you're a subscriber. Oh, my Finch code is in it. Oh. And Trey is gearing up for StompCon. Also got the yarn for a trade with Aunt Donna. Ooh, I love seeing things go. And one nice thing about road construction today is they go by with the vibratory drum roller. I get nice little foot massage. It is also shaking the heck out of the house. And my Finch code is this series of letters and numbers. I'll leave it up for a second. I will have to come back because it's actually surprisingly hard to get things out of the text in this StreamYard. It fell off till I looked at the little duck in the corner, which you can't see, but I have a duck. And you can find all of Nick's games at indiecd.org about Nicholas Tockert. And I'll drive through RPG at my half of 50 cents a piece. I made over $70. What on earth? Well, wish could take away the next comment prior to it, but you'll see before explaining. Okay, well, maybe I may need to just go beat on my StreamYard account again. I not StreamYard. My Drive-Thru RPG. I may just do some games just for Drive-Thru RPG and see how they go. But since we're getting through, and we mentioned Trey and she will be there, let's run her ad. I totally wasn't having a snack break, but these guys are pretty awesome. I got this box for $1.50 at Our Family Tree. We get all our cereal from Our Family Tree in Fowler, Indiana. They're not a sponsor. I just really, really like them. But back to the comments. Houston Day, just follow this Munzie and you'll find StompCon. Wow, yes. Carl tagged the StompCon site with a Munzie. No, well, they are not linked, but Amazon is very demanding on the subject of digital files. And if I put digital stuff up through another site, I lose access to a couple of my international buyers. And right now, that serves me very well. I don't do a lot of business, but a good portion of the business I do is digitally internationally because people they don't want to pay shipping, and that's fine. But it's a whole thing. Maybe I'll sit down and do an episode talking about how I do things. I'll show you guys my numbers. I am totally fine with that. In fact, yes, I'll save that. Sorry, I was doing art right before the show. So, no, you can't see it because it's not done. But what we'll do, we'll go here, window, come over here. And I go through here, make sure nothing gets too doxy. Yep, okay. So give me a second. I will show you exactly how my stuff works. Because, oh, wait. Window, entire screen. Here. Okay. So if I go to KDP Amazon, this is my entire library. We've got Haints and Hellfire. They scramble the order around the quick play rules that you can get. That's only 99 cents. Eyes to the Sky, the first novel in the Big Stompy Robots world. Simple Sword, Fighting Axe, Big Stompy Robots core rule book. $11.99. I keep my stuff cheap, guys. $10.99 for the Fighting Axe, Small Arms, Art and Tales, and Melee. And oh yes, and this. Oh, what's that? That's something I'm working on that you don't get to see yet. Anyway, oops! I haven't been working on projects. No. Now, this is the your estimated royalties. Now, catch that that's estimated. That means they kind of lie. So you have to guess, and they'll tell you what they think you're going to make. And this is exactly my top earning books this month, and this is how many processed orders I've had, and also how many pages were read. Because a lot of times people will read it on KDP, which is free. Not KDP, Kindle Unlimited. And see, if I do my files anywhere else, they're not on Kindle Unlimited, so I don't get any paid anything from page books. But subscriptions, I'm going to have to look at that. But if I go to the reports old, now we get the real numbers that aren't as pretty. I like this system. I mourn the day that Amazon puts it away, because I can go here, I can go month to date, and I can see how many units I've sold. It is not a lot. I'm not going to lie. But it is consistent. And right now I am sitting at, entirely Amazon.com. Usually I have something from one of my other countries in here. So let's just go here. And let's go last 90 days. So in the last 90 days, I've made $100 roughly from Amazon in America. Ooh, $1.53 from Italy. And sorry, there's no one who should be calling me. $8 from Canada, not bad. And what I can do here, I believe there is a way. Oh, I know. I have to go through historical. Boom. That sales dashboard. This is historical. I have been at this for a long time. And while my growth is minimal, it's present. This is from 2016 all the way to now. I'm at a bit of a low end, but that is okay because, my peaks are all still roughly ascending. And that's what I want. I know it's going to wave, but I want my pattern to line up where there's growth. And this is literally everything I've made since 2016. That's all my numbers. I've had purchases in every country in the world that are listed. I'm very proud of that because that a lot of times that means people in Australia, people in Japan, people in Mexico. I do a surprisingly lot of business in Japan. I do a lot of business in India. And I'm always amused by the fact that Brazil still, buys my stuff. But so that's where I stand. Most of my sales come from my fencing manuals, but most of my convention sales come from my game manuals. So my fiction is kind of hit or miss. But that is where I am. And I will show you guys my numbers at any point because I want you guys to see what I'm doing. I want total clarity. And if I learn something that suddenly helps, or I make that big jump that getting discovered, that hitting the right point in the algorithm does, I want to share that with you. But I can say that I get about $20 a month when it all rattles down for my books. Sometimes more, sometimes less. But that's not bad, and that's $20 I wouldn't have. But I would lose most of my international sales if I took my books and went digital on other things. So it gets real dicey real quick. Hello, says Grant. Thanks, Sarah. You're awesome. Squeeze, delayed my babies. And good plugging with the various pages, guys, for the direction and diving deep into the world of creativity and great content. Thank you. And yay, Trey. Oh, I was over on Joe's channel. Couldn't figure out why nobody was talking to me. I'm sorry about that. I can't track what happens on Joe's channel. Actually, I think I should be able to. I've done that too. Grant could figure out where all the YouTube comments were for 5 minutes. I'm automatically set to come to this channel when NTF airs. Wonderful, Chris. I think I'm subscribed to Nick's. And well, that's part of me trying to give back to Indie CD is I'm hoping it gets him a little closer to cumulatively getting monetized, because I would love to see the indiecd.org channel get monetized. It would help Joe get a little bit more back for everything he does for people. And congrats on your latest Kickstarter, correct? And mwaha! Ted gave me Dunkin' money for running his stuff down. S'mores cold brew and s'mores donut. Haha, homeward bound. I'm jealous. And happy Friday. Happy Friday, Cindy Koepp. And you know what? Cindy's coming in, and I am due for a commercial. So we will run that commercial, and then I'll run another one fairly soon. Now, let's see. We'll hit the comments. And Cindy just came through the door. And where are we? Happy Friday. I'm Jelly Dawn. We should be. A s'mores donut sounds amazing. The inner workings of things which brought me back into comics are also when I met Odin. There's a succession of how that came to be. Well, it's neat to know. And when I get through this convention arc, I will be revisiting some of my more artistic comic projects. No promises, but there's a lot going on. Thank you for sharing, Nick. Fascinating to see what you see for your creations. Yeah, I do not get a terrible lot. I'll be honest. I make $36 for my Patreon for the Historical Fencing Guild a month, and I make about 20 for my Amazon sales on average. I'm hoping to get those numbers up. I need to produce more product. It's one of those, if I do more fighting manuals, they will sell. If I do game stuff, I like it, but they sell real well at the gaming conventions. So it's kind of finding that rhythm, and we're going to do it. So if I miss some of the chat, I'm all in and out chat with the Zooms. You do what you have to do. Cool. I'm really surprised that you've sold 0 through KDP. I am genuinely surprised by that, Cindy. And well, Tex, it's good for you to get your feet wet for when the Zooms happen. Glad you're here. As for everyone else, they are all amazing people with incredible talents of variety, indeed. You should go increase Nick's sales. Yes, Amazon.com/store/Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert II/author B07P26PSF3. And wow to the rules on how it works when you're publishing for a major site. Definitely interesting to learn these things. Yeah, it would be fairly risky, and there are only certain times I can opt out of the programs I'm in for that. So I'll probably I may go back, retool on drive-through, and make drive-through RPG only material and see how that goes, like special run a specific game or something through it. And then go check out my art at deviantart.com/NickT. And yes, I will be doing more. I have kind of filling up my space after 20 years of being on there. Belated congrats for your funding grant, and tune into Nevermind the Furthermore, that's here. And the rest of my broadcasts are at Nicholas Tockert. Thank you, Chris, SR and Chris, and patreon.com/the Fencing Guild to support Nick's efforts to teach people to be safely dangerous. And thank you guys, because literally $1 a month, I arm a lot of people with training gear. All it takes is one big event for all the gas money type situation that I put in to get gobbled up, or I'm going to renew the backyard. That could take a full year's worth of Patreon just to get the mulch. Things are fantastically expensive. And you're great at plugging everything, Cindy. Bows to you. Thanks. Inner workings of all things, not just comments, fascinate me to learn in podcasts. I'm glad. And one thing I find is a lot of people will talk about what they do, but they're not willing to show their receipts. And I may be a little duck in a big, big, big puddle, but I will show my receipts. My Kindle stuff, it's real easy. My Historical Fencing Guild stuff is what basically let me have the gear and go run out to do the demo at Twin Oaks Park for the Shakespeare, and the stuff that I earned through my books has gone to the show, basically. It's gone to paying for, the new replacement pad, which I wouldn't have been able to afford without, without the kindness of Carl Witzman helping me with that, my art tablet, just because I need that to keep going. And I could not stream without the generosity of Joe Bachman and his, Indie CD, because I just, this big beautiful box with that Decepticon glaring at me. Look, if you look, my computer is literally giving me the side eye. It's got that hardcore side eye game. That was Joe Bachman's idea of I sent you RAM. I will never forget being on the phone with him as the delivery is hitting, going, "That is not RAM." Yes, it is. It's just wrapped in a new computer. And it's already there, so you can't stop me. Damn it, Joe. So I will sing Joe's praises basically long after I'm dead in the ground. Yes, on clear moonlit nights, you hear the ghost of Nick saying, "Go to indiecd.org." You're welcome, Cindy, and thanks. Yes, a wonder. Catch up on the newer terrors. Patreon.com/Brian K. Morris. BCam is amazing. The only reason I'm not flying his icon up in the corner right now is because it's been interfering with the ads. Parts of the top of the dresser are appearing. Woohoo! And another terrorist is in the works by BCam. Yes. Memoirs of Angelic Nebulizers. Patreon.com/Brian Rodman. So it's an ongoing thing. Yes. Yes, that sounds good. About our drive-through RPG, something to play around with for some extra income and visibility without losing a major site that everyone knows about and orders from. Yeah, that's why my balance point is, and I am at a point where I have to reevaluate which balls I'm choosing to juggle, and don't get that way on this one. Don't even green room that. But it's about keeping my priorities and keeping everything I want balanced. So with the fact that Mandy and I are becoming showrunners, we are now, we've run a whole bunch of little cons. It is a shift. And between that and vending, we are really doing a lot more than we used to, even though it may not seem like a lot to people, who are retired and making, multiple conventions a month. But we do what we can. And Nick, I'm not surprised at all. It's been a fairly consistent phenomenon to point where I'm of half mind to sell exclusively at cons and nuke my online sales presence entirely. If your online sales is it costing you anything? Let it tick in the background, because you never know. But conversation for another time. I'm out of break. Bug y'all later. In the meantime, check out the Historical Fencing Guild at 7 p.m. Yes, for those of you who have asked me why that show isn't set up sooner on my other channel, usually we have doctor's appointments and things that kick up that make me getting home before 8 occasionally dubious. If I don't set it up and I run a few minutes late, it doesn't get knocked off. So it's a insurance kind of thing. And Sarah says, I learned so much about everything involved with all sorts of the routes people take. It was much more widely available when cons, etc. went online during quarantine. Or else I wouldn't even know the beginning of anything. Absorb that info like a sponge and still try to. And that's part of the thing. If we're talking business-wise, a lot of people jumped into online presence during quarantine, during lockdown. And it was a rare window where people had time and money. And what's happened is, if you look around, a lot of YouTube channels are going down. A lot of people are leaving online streaming and broadcasts, etc. That happens. We're not going to worry too much about it, because if we don't, they want to fall away. That's more viewers potentially for me. I mean, I hate to put it that way, but if somebody says they're not coming to a convention, unless they're a major attractant, I can put someone else in their slot. But we do have to pivot. You can't set your scales. A lot of people tried to set their sales scale by pandemic and then the post-pandemic frenzy. A lot of people went out and did a lot of things, and now everything's kind of rattling back down in certain ways. The trick is to keep doing. If you keep doing consistently what you do, you'll get consistent results. And I would rather have consistent low income now and slowly build up, even if it takes me years. It took me 15 years to get the Historical Fencing Guild's first book, The Simple Sword, done. This was 15 years of study and notes in a long format for me book. I made some mistakes doing this. I put color in and it significantly raised the print price. I used 8.5 by 11, which affected the shipping. But that's why I go with statement. That's why I go with smaller books. It's much cheaper and I can do sections. So I'm probably going to do, I have to do something for the next book, and I haven't really decided which area I want to focus on the Western martial arts side of things. So we'll see. And Donna says, we are family, Nick. We raise each other up. I'm not going to get misty-eyed because I'm going to work very hard not to. I've had a lot of people claim to be family. I've had a lot of friends who claimed to be there, and I try to be there for folks when the rain's coming down. And what I found is there are a lot of people, when the sun comes out, they just forget I exist. And it still shocks me that people like you and people like Joe and many of the other folks in this chat exist and are out there doing good, because I've seen so much of the opposite. And yes, it's like, but Nick, you try to do that. And I do. I try to help where I can and do what I can, and ways I talk about, and preferably ways I don't talk about. I really do prefer to help people and have no one, preferably even the people I've helped, not know. It makes things simpler. But I do try to be appreciative. And I am, for all the shenanigans on this show, in this channel and this lovely group of people, and all the silliness that occurs, I am forever at a loss at the pure, unadulterated awesome that you guys represent. You might not know it, you might not accept it, but you are among the best humanity has to offer, in my humble opinion. Humans are a strange group, volatile. And many times, what I find is there are a lot of people who are role-playing in life, and they don't even realize it. They're role-playing being good people when they're just nice. The difference between being nice and good is good happens. Nice is transactional. At least as modern understanding of it is. I try to be kind, which means at times I'm not nice, because it's kinder to just rip the bandage off than slowly torture somebody. But I am always in shock at the support, at the kindness, at the understanding, and the sheer determination in the face of what so many people in this chat have gone through. And that's why I tried to help people out. At any point, Odin may show up. I don't believe I'm double checking that I haven't gotten any messages from him. But like I said, I don't think he's showing up till 11 o'clock. which is fine. But I'm going to run an ad, and then I'm going to get back into the chat because nobody wants to see me be all blubbery. So, well, more blubbery than I am. You know what? I'm going to run an oldie but a goodie for Donna.
Hey there, everyone. This is Donna Carlene. Want some romance mixed in with a dead body or more? Then you enjoy my Hunter's Ridge series. Set in a small town in Alabama, it's the story of Northern Rider computer tech Carly Simone and the love of her life, Captain B.J. Martin of the Hunter's Ridge PD. But life in a small town is not all roses and beer, as Carly's expertise in true-life crime-telling makes her the Hunter's Ridge murder expert. And then there's nowhere to go dancing except the Dixie with its country music. But Rocker Carly can adjust, can't she?
And I'm skipping because I had to flip around for some stuff. But Sarah says, exactly, Donna. Once I get the disposable amount to join the site, I'll be on it, scraping at the moment survival mode situation. But it's going to get into it as soon as humanly possible. Thank you. Wait. No. You're fine, buddy. Thank you very much. And they all say hi, Xander. I'm sure they will.
Hi.
Sarah, if you can't afford, what do you mean? Are you talking indie CD or are you talking something else? Let me know what you're talking about not being able to afford to do, because arrangements can definitely be made. Thank you, everyone, for an amazing girls' night on Burning His Yarn. That was so much fun. You guys look like you were having fun. My net was being absolutely terrible due to the weather, so... And Sarah, been there, understand, it gets better. Nick Glenn! My brother from across the pond, how are you, good sir? The master of Jack Kirby himself. Glenn B. Fleming, Hatch's creator. How are you doing, sir? Theoretically, at any minute, Odin should be showing up. And if not, I will give him an hour of prattle from me. And then we'll just call it a disaster, and I'll quietly come back and change the thumbnail to narrowly missing Michael Odin or something like that. With the weather being how it is and the storms that have been hitting places, these things happen. So I'm not too worried about it. It was so much fun and hilarious at the same time, Dawn. Oh my gosh, Glenn! And Glenn is just that beautiful English charm. And hello, Glenn, and pounces on Glenn, gives a big hug to Helen. Y'all are cute. Everybody's happy to see. There's so much love. I love that. That first 10 minutes was the best. Of course, my first time at pretty much the helm had to do that. But Dawn, I'm going to, you know what? True confession time. I have deliberately stepped back and not hopped into helm your show and the things you're involved in to make you have to work at it, because you need the practice and you can do it. But the only way you're going to do it is if you have to. So that means I can't be there to be that useful. And I know that's kind of unpleasant, but it is necessary for bringing folks up occasionally to go, okay, this is the part where you go out and authorize. You're going to make mistakes. I have been broadcasting for a long time by now. I've been doing live streams for quite a long time as well. And yeah, you're going to make mistakes. And guess what? That's okay. Don't beat yourself up. Yes, it did. Dawn, and I've been having very vivid dreams lately, says Grant. The other day, Angie woke me up because I was screaming in my sleep. You know, there has been a stream of nightmares going around. Unfortunately, they're not all the same nightmare, but a lot of people are having nightmares right now, and that's concerning to me. I tend to watch for certain parallels. And LOL, Dawn, absolutely 100% a great show. You did awesome, Dawn. I saw a quote the other day that said something like, most overnight successes take years. Abso-fraggin-lutely. Abso-fraggin-lutely. They say if you build it, they will come. They didn't say they'll come right away. Sometimes you need to wait a while and put in the hours. There is no substitute for simply doing the job. And I have a comment dump, so I will. That. And yes, rising tide is a thing. We lift each other up, right? High tides rise all ships. And you know what? Grant, thanks, Grant. And Nick, you're my best friend in all the world. Can you lend me $5? If you need $5, I'll send you $5, Grant. I mean, if that's something's going on, but no. I wish I could see your show, Don, but I was at a concert. Well, check it out in the rerun. They're worth it. Mention of Cindy saying we lift each other up. Can't lose sight of it. That's what we're about, folks. I saw that, Grant. That was awesome. Glenn, if Nick loans you $5, can I have 4 or whatever that is in pounds? And $4 would be about 3.10 in pounds. Oh. Need breakfast. I'll probably be back when Odin is on because it's going on an hour already, which is crazy. We're going to give it a shot. Holy hair ties. How many of these are there? Many. And you need more. They're hair ties. Plus side, I'm finding all the little jerks. Foxy stole all of Nick's hair ties. Dun, dun, dun. All content voiceovers should be read by my Helen. Well, I almost said pimp her out. Oh, God, that's horrible. But, yeah, if she's a good voiceover voice, get her out there. Right now, I have a voiceover kind of thing that I have to listen to from the lovely and delightful Miss Saren the Siren, who is working on doing an audio version of Haints and Hellfire 1 because she's awesome. Foxy says, hi, Xander. Hi. Dawn says, good morning, Xander. Maybe I did. Anyway. Thanks for doing the match, Blade. Now give me my money. Foxy's can be mischievous. That's true. There's another one that makes a dozen or so far. Grr, blowing raspberries at Nick, followed by giggles. Well, like I said, the only way I can think of things is like being a dad, and sometimes being a dad means you gotta kind of let them out of the nest, let them stretch their wings a bit, because you have the capacity to do it, and you have an amazing personality, Dawn, and Trey has an amazing personality. And I am a very loud individual. And sometimes the best thing I can do is shut up and get out the way and let my fellow people have far more stage time because you deserve it. Nick hands out tough love on broadcasting. Sometimes I have to. Foxy says, I tend to have nightmares before fibro flares. That actually makes sense. And I remember when Odin was just at concept mode. Look at him now. Amazing to see. Absolutely. He's phenomenal. And that's why I'm going to go an hour over and risk the wrath of Nita Lanning. But I have not heard from... Let me double check that I haven't received a message. And let me double check that I sent him the proper link. Yes, I did. Let me check. And there is love between Glenn and I love your Helen. Me too. It shows. Y'all are adorable. Oh my gosh! Wait. Today is Glenn Fleming's 51st anniversary since we first met. That is adorable. I am so happy to hear that. That is utterly delightful. And I'm a very quiet person, and my net is starting to destabilize. So we will see what's going on. Congratulations, Glenn and Helen. Wow, congrats. Glenn Fleming smiles. Congrats. You should. Always in the honeymoon stage. Oh, my parents just had their 51st anniversary this past Monday. That's awesome. I forgot about how close the timing. And there's and behave, Nixnet, please. Thank you. This has a show for tomorrow. And Helen looks better now than all those years ago. And she was a knockout then. I bet she was. Now, with that going on, we're going to run a commercial. And I'm just waiting to hear back because maybe he's having technical difficulties. Go. If not, if he can't make it, I'll give him about a few more minutes, and then I will go back on his thing, and I will just do a little presentation on his show, on his little Kickstarter, and then we'll call it because we love folks. But there's joy. Let me run an ad that I think needs run. Oh, okay. Something must be going on. I am very confused. So apparently he canceled the project and I can't reach him. Well, that's well and beyond my power to do anything about it. So there we go, friends. On that one, there's nothing I can do about that. So we'll just axe that. And I guess I'll prattle with you guys for a while. Sorry, Odin. I'm not getting any feedback from his messenger, so please reach out and let me know what's going on. So, yes. Foxy and I have been together for 23 years or so. People are always telling us that we are disgustingly sweet. It's not hard when you find the right person. Exactly. Manny and I get compared to salt and pepper shakers a lot. With the, you're adorable. It is cute when we both have our canes going or our sticks and we're on opposite, so we're slightly leaning on each other. Oh, Odin's okay. It's not like him to miss appearance. Yeah, that's not like him either. To cancel a Kickstarter one, I mean, he had 24 backers. So I'm shocked. Something must have happened like today. Oh, well, we'll deal with that when we can. I don't care what anybody says. Anyone who complains about that thing is just jealous. Yeah. A cat lunchtime, plus I'm not feeling well. See some of you later. Well, see you, folks. Oh, no. Yes, something has to be going on. Oh, no. Feel better, Carl. Feel better, Carl. Get well, Carl. Sorry that happened. It happens. It's. I'm more worried about him than I'm worried about, not having a guest. Yeah, please, folks who know Odin, please reach out to him. Oh, wait. I'm sorry, guys. I'm speaking to Odin right now. I wouldn't normally do this, but enough people are worried about him. Bye, Donna. No worries. Folks, just, you know what? I'm going to run an ad. I'll be back in a second. Make it easier on you guys. Apparently, they canceled it on him, and he's reeling from it, so he's just not going to be able to show up. A last-minute cataclysmic kind of thing, but he is okay. Let me check the comments. Okay. Well, that means that I really could end the show, but I feel like that wouldn't be fair to you guys who are expecting more content. So what I think I'll do is, let me just do this. Yeah, I need that. I need that. I need this. We'll go here. And what I will do is I will do some quick art in the standard format for you guys. And you guys, throw some art things, and I absolutely will. And we'll do some quick suggestion art because I feel you guys are owed something since you got kind of bait and switch, and I would never do that on purpose. But so what we'll do is we will just go here. Get that. An orange cat. Hold on. I'm going to play with this good pen. I haven't played with the good pen in a while. Come on, pencil. Sorry if this is going to be a little. This. I don't know why an orange cat riding a demonically possessed Roomba was requested, but I can do that. horns. Demonically possessed. Sweep of arms over out here. Give it a little tail. That way we know it's demonically possessed. And let's see. We know it's not your fault. Thank you. Thesis, that's a terrible. Oh gosh, totally Georgette. He's okay, but oh my god, I can't believe they did that to him. I can't imagine. No guilt trip being intended for Odin. I understand, but I want to hug him right now. I understand the feeling. Sounds like he just found out about it. Yeah. That's how the world ends. AI robots and cats teaming up to push everything else off the planet. Blame Dan for that image. Trust me, this is not the worst. Guys. No. See. Smooth. Right. There. Black. I can zoom. What I love is there's almost no wrong way to draw a cat. But I have to check something. Thank you, producer. Like, am I hearing music or am I going nuts? No, there's music. Thank you, producer. So we have this. Feels like I spend a lot of time around cats. Not Roombas, I don't have a Roomba. I'm not sure how I feel about a lot of these robot appliances. They make life so much simpler. I don't know. We'll see. And it's not the appliances I don't trust. Again, it's the people who make them. Change the tail. Oops, that. Nice. But go away. Here. Go away, kid. You bother me. There. There you go. You now have a demonic Roomba. By a orange cat. There we go. And we'll just hide this. Hide this. Add a new layer. Got anything else you guys want drawn? Nope. Okay, I need to draw something then. Okay. Hold on. What am I going to draw? Oh, I draw. I know what I need to draw. Check ref real quick. Actually, I'll run an ad while I figure that out. And did I put time lapse on for any of this? Nope, I can time lapse through this part. I just cleaned out my phone, so a lot of my references in here. Actually, yeah, I know what I need to do. I need to take... Where did it go? I just saw it. Who's everybody's favorite chunky monkey with the Nerf gun? Where did it go? There it is. I'll edit. And we are going to flip it. And we're just going to draw a chunky monkey with a Nerf gun. Oh, well, I'm doing it this way. That's fine. And my hair is wrong considerably since that's okay. Big ol'. Oh yeah, we're okay. All quality and logic has just gone out the window. I am not having fun with this image. As you can see, I clearly take myself overly seriously. Oh yeah, the candle with the dancing flame is one you wanted. That one, we'll see. Big old mouse. That works basically. Hey bud, how you doing? And again, this is really fast. We're going to do this as almost a more sketchy thing than. Get that C-clamp action. That's right, we're going tactical. Get that dad bod. That's right, that's a sexy dad bod. I can't have pockets, so I have to wear a bag. There we go. I might use a variant of this as a Nick Nose Nerf logo. That could be funny. Yep. I get rid of the shorts. There we go. Okay. I got the Lady Flame. I got the Lady Flame one. Do this. I kind of look like Muriel from Courage the Cowardly Dog, but that's okay. In the picture, I kind of look like Muriel from Courage the Cowardly Dog. But there we go. That's a fun one. Now, wow, so. Let's do that. Okay. New. And we're going to go here. All right. I'm going to turn to a ad real quick, and then I will do one more picture and we'll wrap it up. But this way you feel, let's see, got that. Yep, alrighty. Things you guys asked me. This one might take a while. But we're going to just crack right into it. Gotta be careful. See, this is a good enough picture that normally when I'm drawing by myself, if I'm not under a visual aid, I'm not being surveilled, I hum and I sing a lot. And I will turn the music back on. Give me a second. The manipulator needs to be vortexed. Dang it. You were a floating head. You were a perfect floating head. Your shirt had totally disappeared. Oh. Hold on. I have to text it. That's funny. He doesn't. Right. Oh, God. He's right back to it. You were a perfect floating head. There. I forgot he doesn't have his ears on. But it looks so, because he's in thinking mode. Anyway. And now he can see. I can see what happened. Okay. Sorry, guys. I get. everything that arm. I think I'm getting the feel for it. Oh, okay, I know what I can do. It's on. Hey, bud, I won't be too long. I'm going to do a picture. Yeah. Anyway, let me bring back up and go here. And let's put some more music back on. Boom. Now let's hit the comments. And, oh, wow. So we went through there, Torch Singer, exactly. And good morning, Miss Sarah. And I was just speaking your praises earlier about what an incredibly talented voiceover artist you are, vocal artist. VA, vocal actors. You know what I mean. And greetings, and a wild Alec appears. Hello, Alec. Suddenly Joe. Hey, Alec. Hi, Alec. And sorry, I was zonked on the couch, passed out tired. Ooh, pretty. Well, I was requested. It's my pleasure. You are just fundamentally incredible. Okay, now we have this going. There we go. Now I think we're getting somewhere, but it's just a walk. I love the mechanical pencil tool because it actually works like a mechanical pencil. I can just get my art on with this. I can't believe it. I can't believe it for that subtle lack of distinction here. I have a medley going on in my head of a cross between can't remember her name, but the I Will Survive, and hey, babe, still streaming. It won't be long though.
Sorry.
Nope. You're fine. Mandy's back home. She had to cover some hours at the library. Somebody got hurt. They're okay, but alrighty. I'm gonna come over here now. And like I said, this is one layer, quick sketch. I didn't even do any real foundation stuff. we'll grab our blur, grab our fingertip, and we're just gonna do this. And that's what I like about this style of digital art. I still feel like I'm arting. You know, I still feel like I'm actually doing something. There are a lot of people. There are a lot of things you can do with the settings to make really nifty things happen, but I really prefer sitting and doing it the manual way, even if I know it gives me different effects. But folks, say hi to Amanda. I want that streakiness. Yes. This is actually a surprisingly good one. I like how this has turned out. This, get that base away. And all I'm doing is using the fingertip tool to smudge the heck out of everything. And then I can stretch it out. I do it right. There we go. This is me actually developing a new technique right in front of you. This is how I think it should work. And I can figure out how I want it to. Wide strokes, no biggie. And we're gonna basically come back my pencil. I'm gonna do it all over again. Now she's not getting any shading, obviously, because she's a light source. But this is exactly the kind of technique I would use if I were using just a standard pencil. Know the traditional tools, and then you could teach the electronic tools how to do what the traditional does a little bit. And my art is still always going to be better with the traditional tools. And I know it. I accept that. There we go. This is adding a lot of the sense of movement to the picture. And movement is really, really important. Or else your pictures are stagnating, and you don't want to do that. Like one of my goals is to improve my posing. But I want that to have that little bit of a look. How's that going? Sometimes I have to look at it on the other screen just to get a feel. Or almost where I want to be. Pull this all up. I want this darker. It's just about the right tint. I got asked, what's the best soundtrack of any movie you've watched? And it would be easy for me to just say something like Lord of the Rings and be done. But I really think that the movie with the best soundtrack that isn't something like Lord of the Rings and not John Williams adjacent, because John Williams is just cheating. Is Desperado, the Antonio Banderas sequel to El Mariachi. Incredible movie. But the first time I saw it, I actually had to watch it twice because I lost so much of the movie in the I closed my eyes because I get caught up in the Spanish guitar. It just absolutely moved me. And I am a sucker when something just absolutely moves me. This is fun because this is that mix of drawing and painting. Normally I'd say don't trust a black candle, but sometimes they're exceptions. But Canción, yes, right here. Canción del Mariachi is why I started trying to learn the guitar. Learn the cigar. Yeah, I'm getting tired enough. And references help me a lot in dynamic poses and figure out what pose will fit this pick. Absolutely. And I had actually planned to use a reference for this picture, but what happened was I realized I suddenly saw like how I basically wanted it. And once I got there, there was nothing to be done, but there is a severe temptation to colorize this, but I think it would take something away. I cannot sing in Spanish. Spanish is not one of the languages I speak. I'm not good with romance-based languages because my brain defaults to that's just bad Latin. I can't remember Latin unless I'm trying to remember another language. Yeah. Those were just, those reference lines. There we are. Hi, Chris. Well, we are an hour and a half, hour 45 into my hour-long show. I wanted to give Odin some extra time, and instead you guys got this, which I hope you enjoy. Now, I'm just gonna come back to my pencil, sign off on this guy. I think that's a good one. I think that's an enjoyable one. Thank you. And up, looks like we've got another Twitch bot. How nice. Hello, Twitch bot. Goodbye, Twitch bot. I just ignore them because they do count as interaction. Now, I'm going to save this as... Angel birds. Ooh. Ooh. Pam. And I will even do the export signal. That. I might throw a couple of these up on Instagram. I'm not sure yet. And oh, I forgot to record the time lapse. Oh, I moved it. That's okay. But I hope you enjoyed that. I'll share this around. It was a quick one, but let's just go here. All right, folks. Let me run a couple ads, and we're going to wrap this up. Oh, I forgot the music. Thank you again, Dan Hollifield, for your lovely music. Let's see. That one. That one. We need to do this one.
Hello, I'm Dan Hollifield. I'm the senior editor and publisher of Abelian Webzine, the world's oldest free creative writing e-zine since 1997. Since then, we have helped over 500 amateur writers learn what they needed to turn pro. www.aphellion-webzine.com and read not only what we've got going on right now, but 28 years worth of our archives of stories. Thank you very much.
So I got a message that I can't not send right now. One moment. And there we go. Have to break somebody's mind for a moment. Where are we? Hyatt, have a good one. And now I've got that song in my head. Gonna have to play it after this is done. Excellent. Beautifully done, Nick. That was actually the first CD I ever bought was the Desperado soundtrack. Very pretty. I like how the lines came out nicely. Guess who dumped her cold brew onto the couch? Multiple expletives. Oh no. Wants to. And yes, I made a slightly political joke to Dawn, but I had to. I just didn't do it public. Now, I need to go see my wife because she is home and I have some things that I need to do today. You got extra art out of me. And Crow Soundtrack's a good choice too. With that, guys, keep writing, keep drawing, keep creating, because if you do, you'll be able to edit it. You'll be able to improve it, but you can't edit a blank page. I love you, and you should too. Thanks for the stream. Anytime. And go follow these people. Follow Miss Saren. All these people are on Facebook. They all have YouTube. Are on YouTube. All these great people who've been chatting have channels. You should follow them. And if you haven't liked this, please do. Anyway, toodles.